For the longest time, I thought the pancakes only came from a box. So it was a big, huge deal for me to make my own recipe for a scratch batter for pancakes. In this particular recipe, you will find two unique things. One, how I use the chocolate chips and I put them right in the middle of the pancake as it's cooking. But also, I will use the egg whites to give the pancakes a lift. Come on, let me show you how to make it. All right, let me show you how to make this wonderful recipe. First, we start with the flour. We have sifted the flour already. We're adding it in here. To get it to the flour, we add a little bit of baking soda and baking powder. Together with that, we also add salt. Let's talk about these ingredients, why they're so important. Both the baking soda and the baking powder act as leavening agents. They will give a little bit of a lift to our pancake mixture. The salt we're going to have as a contrast to the brown sugar that I'm going to add. Now, this is something that you want to be attentive. Brown sugar is loaded with molasses, which is one of the extra flavors that I love, especially in the context of this. So what I do before I add the wet ingredients, I like to break down the brown sugar, just like this. At this point, the next thing that I do, I put a little dip in the middle. The next thing we're adding is my favorite ingredient, the buttermilk. What I love about buttermilk is the fact that the buttermilk has a very strong presence of its own. It has a creaminess to it, a tartness to it, and a fullness of flavor that combined with all of the other ingredients that we have really elevates the pancake to the next level. Together with the buttermilk, we add the egg yolks. Now, typically, you could add 2 whole eggs in here, already mixed, but there is something that I like to do for this recipe of mine, so let's incorporate all this. Now, the butter is coming together, and I'm adding the buttermilk a little bit at a time because I want to control the consistency of it. We're almost done. I'm going to move this away and I'm going to start working on the egg whites. I'm using a copper ball in this case. Why copper? Copper has a fantastic quality, and when it interacts with egg whites, it really gives them the body that I want. To enhance that even more, a little bit of cream of tartar will make this even better. What does it mean? Watch what I do. What the cream of tartar does, it gives to the egg whites the ability to connect together in the almost meringue-like consistency for it. But why are we doing this? Why are we beating this egg whites into almost like a meringue-like consistency? Let me stop for a moment. As we beat the egg whites with the whisk, we are filling the egg whites with air. To be able to control that even more, one of the things that we do, we add some additional sugar. But in this case, it has to be white refined sugar that we do use. Now we've emulsified the egg whites. As we will fold this into the butter, it will achieve for us 2 very important things. The most important part of it is adding air to the butter, lifting it, making it even thicker and whiter. As it will rise and as we'll bite into it, there will be this tenderness, this creaminess to it as you never experienced before. There are 2 ways of looking at when the pancake is ready to be turned over. One way is to time it and just give it a minute and a half or so, but that's almost the way that you need not to look at. There is a visual cue instead, which is far more important. Come with me, let me show you. You see these bubbles right on the perimeter of the pancake? That is your signal. And now you're ready to turn them over. That was a perfect turn. Look how beautiful they are. The pancakes are ready. Let me show you how to plate them. As a little boy growing up in Sicily, all that I knew about America is what I saw in the Hollywood movies. The pancakes were photographed and shared around the table. And I remember asking my mom and dad, what are those things? And my mom would say, frittelle americane, American fritters, she would call them. When I came to America and I had pancakes for the first time, I met a whole new world that I didn't know existed.